What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ryan Kostroski Show. Hope your day is going lovely so far. Anybody who new to the channel, sincerely appreciate the thumbs up, or anybody who subs to it for the first time. I want to talk to you guys today about just some simple, easy tricks to kind of help yourself stay in shape. Like most of y'all, I struggle with it. It's a daily grind. I got my definite ups and downs like the majority of most people. And as you can see, I am no Olympic athlete. So if you are a workout warrior, I can tell you right now, this video is probably going to be a little bit beneath you. But I want to kind of try to talk to the common man. Most people my age, we struggle with our health. We struggle to find the time to work out. Now, when I was young, I was a good athlete when I was a kid. You know, from the ages of 10 to 20 or whatever you want to call it, staying in shape and working out, that was no big deal. That was just part of the everyday thing. Loved working out back in the day. But as you get older, you get filled up with career, you get busy with kids for a lot of us, and it just becomes really difficult to stay in shape. And a lot of it comes from just not a lot of time. And it's difficult when you're busy 16 hours a day already to find that hour to work out. So I completely understand. These are some simple, easy things to do. I'm not going to tell you about counting calories. I'm not going to tell you this specific workout will change your life. These are just some easy things you can kind of toss into your routine that hopefully some of y'all, if you incorporate them, it'll make staying in shape just a little bit easier. So one thing that's always been a really, really big help to me is if you pre-make some meals or at least have healthy food readily and easily available. So like y'all, when I'm on the run, it is so much easier to grab a little bag of Doritos than it is to cut up some broccoli and, put a side container of, hummus or dip or whatever you want to use. It becomes much more difficult to do something like that. So get into a habit on Sunday of pre-making some meals. Back when I had a 9 to 5 and I wasn't working out of home, I would get, bags of vegetables, chicken breast, pre-cook those things up. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as long as I didn't have a lunch appointment or something like that, grab that stuff to go. Otherwise, it's way easy when you're running late in the mornings to say, screw it, I'll just go to McDonald's today. But if you got your meals pre-cooked, it just becomes easier. And I think that is one of the top things, I guess, people can do if they want to try to stay in better shape. Make it easy on yourself, because for me, I know a personal struggle I have. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably in the same boat. You go into the day with the best intentions, but as real life gets in the way, working out and eating healthy gets pushed to the back burner because we just get so busy with other things. I know it's a struggle I have. And from talking to other people, I'm pretty sure I'm not alone on that one. So make it easy on yourself. Pre-make those meals. Cut up that broccoli. I like to get those big stalks of broccoli and just go to town. Cut that stuff up into little slices. That way, when I got 10 minutes to kill at home between doing videos and working on the website and things like that, it's easy to go grab a little container of broccoli as opposed to just grab a cookie or something like that. And I mean, maybe I'm not a master of food, but I do know broccoli is better for you than cookies, even though cookies taste a lot better. All right, next up. For me, it's always been really important to sign up for an event. Best shape I've been in probably the last 5 years was about 5 years ago when we signed up to do the Tough Mudder one summer. That kept me motivated for months in advance to get to the gym on at least an every other day basis, to do my running, to get into shape. I spent a couple $100s on the event. And, for me, it's a little bit easier as a notorious cheap ass to make sure I get my money's worth out of that event. So I've always had better luck signing up. And that's kind of hit me today is I've been talking about doing a half marathon this year. And I don't think I'm that far away from being able to accomplish that, but I've slacked a little bit the last month. I've had some back problems on and off, and it's easy to put it on the back burner to get to the gym. Now, if I had signed up for that half marathon and I know I was going to do it, and I still should sign up for that, I should go do it right now. But if I'm signed up for it, it keeps me more motivated. Now, that won't work for everybody, but if you're like me and you are kind of a notorious cheapskate, it is a little extra motivation you might need to get your butt out there, get outside, go do some running, get to the gym, whatever you're big at, go get it done, man. All right, next up, kind of speaking of that, start running. And I know, I hate running, right? Everybody hates running. Once you get used to it and you get into kind of a groove with it, it is not nearly as bad as it used to be. And I wasn't a runner up until probably like 6 or 7 years ago, maybe even more recent than that. I will go with 6 years ago. And once you start doing it and you get to the point where you can rattle off a mile easily and then 2 miles and 3 miles and 4 miles and so on down the road, it becomes so much easier. It does suck at first. It's awful at first. And like a lot of habits, once you get used to it though, man, it is way easier. And one of the beauties and the joys of running, there's a few of them. One, it's so simplistic, man. Like most of us, stress in our lives. For a lot of people my age, you got kids, you got work, and trying to find the balance between that, man. put your shoes on, hop outside, go run a couple of miles, let all that stuff fade away. And I think one of the most important aspects of running is it's easy. You don't have to pay for it. But also, I can right now, it's 11:28 a.m. Central Time. If I were to get done with this video, I could go put my socks and shoes on, be out the door, run 3 miles, walk it off, be back in my house in 34 minutes, hop in the shower, and be ready to go again in about 50 minutes. I can't get to the gym and do a proper workout and get back home in that amount of time. But if I go run 3 miles, well, this isn't going to be a life-changing workout for me. It's going to, keep you in shape, keep you feeling good. Get the what's the word I'm looking for? Get the adrenaline rolling, makes you feel better. It's a good stress relief. So most people hate running, and you're going to hear about shin splints and how they just hate it, hate it, hate it. Everybody hates running before they get into it. My wife is a perfect example. 5 years ago, I couldn't have dreamed to get her to run even a mile, and she would never have done it. Now that she got used to it, her and my son have been running a 5K every month this year. She wants to do a half marathon this fall. So, whether that happens or not, that's up to her to do it. But she hated running as much as anybody I can imagine up until a couple of years ago. It is just easy. It's free. There's no gym membership required. And for me, the most important thing is the time aspect, because like most of you guys in your mid 30s, like I am, it is really difficult to pound out that kind of time during the day. So it is a simple and quick workout. All right, next up, something I do, I like to keep just a little set of weights around. And I'm not talking about a big work set or weight bench, but keep some 10, 15, 20 pounders lying around. And that way, when you're watching TV at the end of the night, it's easy for me just to get up a couple of times, just do some arm curls, do some shoulder raises or whatever you want to do. Just as kind of like a habit while watching TV. I mean, I like sitting on the couch as much as everybody else, but especially as you get older, you need to get up and stretch every once in a while. Get up, stretch, do 50 shoulder raises real quick with your light weights. It's not going to be a game-changing event or anything like that, but little things just kind of help keep you in shape. And it's also serves as like a steady reminder, man, I need to get to the gym and do a little bit more. So that's something I do. It's small, it's little, but there's no reason why I'm sitting around Sunday night watching Walking Dead. I can't do 100 shoulder raises or bust out 50 arm curls with some light weights. It's not a big workout, but at least it's something better than nothing, right? All right. Fifth one I want to get to, habits. Making things habit makes them so much easier. And that's one I don't think anybody's going to argue with. For me, I have to say this goes back about 8-9 years ago now. I just got into the habit of eating the same breakfast every single day. I've had an apple for breakfast probably 98, 99% of the days over the last 7 or 8 years. Now I cut up an apple and a banana every morning. I eat that. A couple hours later, not ladle, I'll just grab like a whole grain wheat bagel and throw some of that natural, Skippy peanut butter on there. That's a little bit more filling. It's not the perfect thing to eat. Obviously, bread and carbs are a little bit more of a filler, but it keeps me full. And then lunchtime cruises around, and that's when I usually make a conscious decision. If I, heat up a frozen pizza for lunch, and now I know I need to eat a salad or, at least like a turkey sandwich for dinner or something that's better for me. If I know we're having a nice dinner, I try to get myself into the habit of eating something relatively healthy for lunch. I figured for your average person who doesn't want to be an Olympic athlete, just, wants to keep it under 300 pounds, if you can eat 2 decent meals a day, then you can eat kind of what you want in the other one. Now, you don't go to town. Even if you're eating like, a burger and French fries, keep it to 1 burger. You don't need to get 3 of them. Just little things just to kind of get in the habit that makes things easier. Once things become habit, they just become force in nature. You just do them out of the blue without even thinking of it. And for me, getting in the habit of eating an apple every day for breakfast, you get some natural energy from it. It's pretty decent for you. I don't have to go to the doctor anymore because an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So all sorts of great things. Please don't listen to that. That's not true. But just getting into little habits that'll help you. Again, this is no Olympic athlete right here. Nobody's going to confuse me for a guy doing a full marathon this summer. Nobody's going to confuse me for a guy going to do an Ironman or anything like that. But it keeps me in good enough shape so that when I run up the stairs, I'm not, breathing real heavy. I can get outside and play with my kids if needed to be. So just little things you can do to keep it in shape. If you go out and your goals are greater than this and you go get it done, that is awesome. Congrats to you. That's where I would like to be. But like a lot of you guys, I can get into really good shape and then months will go by and I won't do anything. And it's up and it's down. These are a few little things you can do to try to keep it a little bit more regular on your behalf. And I think the top thing, man, just get used to running. Once you learn to run a few miles and it's not a big deal to you, I can go months without running, months. And I haven't had a gym membership in a couple of years. So in the wintertime in Wisconsin, I have gone months. But come springtime, because I've got it mentally in my mind, I can still pop outside after not doing anything for months and run probably 3 miles, because it's way more mental than we give it credit for. Yes, there's a physical aspect to it, and there's no way I could pop out and do like a real competitive fast race or anything like that. But a lot of it's mental, and once you get past those mental barriers, it becomes a lot easier. So that's what I got today, guys. Get out there and go work out today. Maybe this will motivate me to go do the same thing. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.